It seems like it's not going to be over for Cape Town City as they have filed a case against Marumo Gallants to the PSL. Good day, good people, and welcome to your favorite sport show. It's your boy Kulegane Ntwana Selokshini, and welcome to Bread Boy Sport Show. I hope people are doing well. I hope people are doing fine. And if you are new to the channel, you know what you have to do. Just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So, guys, interesting news have dropped about Cape Town City. Cape Town City seems Uguti, they have not accepted Uguti. They are going to play in NFT next season because they filed against a case against Marumo Gallants, and it seems like EPSL have agreed to look on to this case. So, guys, I'm going to give you this news. It's look like the Cape Town clubs like to bring law when things are not going well, because Cape Town Spurs is fighting a case against Kaizer Chiefs, and we have not heard about the continuation of that case. And now it seems that Cape Town City has filed a case against Marumo Gallants, and it seems like it's going to be good news for Kaizer Chiefs. And I'm going to tell you more of what is the story and the situation about this case. But here are the news from Zola J. Molefe. Breaking news, it's not quite over for Cape Town City. They have just won a case against SAFA arbitration for the PSL disciplinary committee to open up the investigation of the player ineligibility. A win there means they are going to be reinstated to them in the PSL. So Cape Town Spurs seem to they file against Marumo Gallants because there is a player who is not supposed to be playing for Marumo Gallants. That's why they are saying it's an in English seems to be hard for me sometimes to pronounce some words. Ineligibility of a player. That means the player might not be registered or is not supposed to be playing. And then Mazola Jemolefe continue to tell us about the news, saying Uguti more. The player in question is Monde Mpambaniso, who made 26 appearances for Marumo Gallants last season. Guilty verdict means the Gallants will be deducted points in the games they featured on. So Umonde Mpambaniso seemed to be the player who is in question to this case, because that means I don't know what is the case all about. Maybe the player is not registered, or maybe he was not supposed to be playing in the PSL. I don't know what is actually happening about this case, but then this news might be good news for Kaizer Chiefs the way that I'm hearing the news right now, because Marumo Gallants are going to be deducted points. Yes, Marumo Gallants are going to be deducted points, and maybe if Marumo Gallants will be deducted points on the games that they've played, because if you are hearing the news, Uguti, they are telling us Uguti Mpambaniso played 26 games for Marumo Gallants, and it's going to lead to their points being deducted on all the games they have Mpambaniso played in. Maybe some of the games Kaizer Chiefs played with Marumo Gallants, and Mpambaniso was playing in that game. So that means Chiefs might earn points because Marumo Gallants could be deducted points. We don't know Uguti what might be the solution of this case, but the noise is Kaizer Chiefs might get a top 8 spot. But then the news continue. So I tried to find more news about this case, Uguti, what is actually going on. And then Isokabit tried to tell us more about this news. Latest news earlier reported via Mazola J. Molefe that Cape Town City have won their case at SAFA arbitration, compelling the PSL disciplinary committee to investigate the player ineligibility. The player in question is Monde Mpambaniso, who made 26 appearances for Marumo Gallants last season. A guilty verdict will see Gallants docked points in every match he featured in. These news are big for Cape Town City and for clubs just like you keep the Kaizer Chiefs. But I don't want to be like I don't want to be too excited for now, because the only thing I'm looking at this thing on, because I'm excited because a lot of people are saying Uti Chiefs might be reinstated to the MTN 8 position, but then I'm looking at it this way: EPSL may not do that. They could just deduct the points of Marumo Gallants. That will mean Uguti Marumo Gallants will be relegated, and then Cape Town City will be reinstated back to the PSL, and that could be just that only, and then the other teams could not be looking. Or I don't think Uguti the PSL will look at other teams and give other teams points in this situation. But for now, we don't know what is going to be the end of this case. But then this is going to be a big case. But the thing is, MTN 8 is supposed to be playing next week, right? So the news that I'm hearing would say this case is going to take long. That's why I do not have that much hope Uguti Kaizer Chiefs might be reinstated to the MTN 8 position, because we are not prepared for this. Like literally, we are not. But then the news continue from Sahil Ibrahim. This is what he said. Sahil Ibrahim. Marumo Gallants potential relegation. Looking into the player in question, Mondem Pambaniso played 20 Betway Premiership games last season. He was on the team sheet for both games against Cape Town City and also featured both games against SuperSport United. Now it's called Isiwelele FC. However, crucially, he featured in 7 wins and 7 draws, and that means that they should be banned and upheld. Marumo Gallants will be in danger of getting relegated, allowing Cape Town City to stay up. A potential 28-point deduction is on the card for Marumo Gallants, which will have them up. That will have them up with 4 points in the last place. So EPSL, if they are going to deduct these points to Marumo Gallants will be left with 4 points. Wow, imagine 4 points. I think it's over for Marumo Gallants. EPSL, when it comes to point deduction, those guys don't play. I know it's over for Marumo Gallants, because this case is going to be hard, because a lot of journalists are speaking about this case right now. And then he continues, Sahil Ibrahim, about this story. He's saying City could return. The 2025 Premiership season may have long concluded, but there could be yet another chance to change their luck. Cape Town City FC could potentially return to the top flight should the PSL DRC rule in favor in a case for failing an eligible player, Mondem Pambaniso, in 20 of their Premiership games. Crucially, it means that the citizens will not finish in the last, and instead Marumo Gallants will be in the final and now concluded playoff spot, giving the PSL a huge conundrum to deal with its updated log. So if Cape Town players will be deducted points, this will be the log. Usaid Ibrahim. And if you look at the log that I'm showing you right now, no team have been given points. Yes, there's no team that are given points, but you can see there are other teams that are deducted point. But then I don't see Kaizer Chiefs will be given 3 points because of this. Yes, I don't think Kaizer Chiefs will be given 3 points because of this situation. Because this is how Usail Ibrahim is telling us, this is how the log is going to look. We are still going to sit at our 9th place position. And then the only difference is when Cape Town, Marumo Gallants will be relegated. That will be the only difference that will happen. Marumo Gallants will be relegated. So if Kaizer Chiefs is going to make it to the top, to the MTN 8, because some of the video that we saw today, we saw a video of Orlando Pirates. It's not even the first time a Pirates is bantering Kaizer Chiefs with these kind of videos of the MTN 8. First one we saw, they had Brendan Peterson as a cartoon who had EPBL, and I was like, what the hell is going on with these guys? Just because we come from a Turkey, I remember we had last season, we had pre-season at Turkey, and then they made a video of Umar Ulo, Brendan Peterson coming back with the PBL. But now they made another video. We saw Flavio Silva with the bicycle that has square wheels. That means Iguti, we might go into the MTN 8 in by being pushed, but then we don't know Uguti what is this that video is telling us, or what is the message about that video. But when I look at that video, for me, I saw Uguti, it's just a banter for Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates is just bantering the Chiefs, and I'm one of those people who are here, and I started the channel because I know how to banter, and as soon as I get a proper equipment, like a proper computer for myself, this is where I'm going to start making noise. That is where I'm going to start making noise for all the clubs that I hate in the PSL right now. But for now, I'm relaxed. I'm just trying to get more subscribers for my channel. I need to get more subscribers. We're about to reach 600 subscribers, and don't forget, guys. So let's get on with the news. I have other news regarding Kaizer Chiefs, and these news are going to be good for Kaizer Chiefs. We are done now with the other drama of the other clubs. So these news are good news for Kaizer Chiefs. So last night I dropped a video talking about the contract situation in Matlo Uguti. Kaizer Chiefs seem to not going to renew a contract George Matlo, because there are no talks that we are hearing about the contracts of George Matlo since they came back from the Netherlands. So here are the news of a player who is going to be given his contract at Kaizer Chiefs from Soccer Bet. Updates: Kaizer Chiefs push and secure Eden McCarthy's future as a top Dutch clubs, reportedly circling after his stellar pre-season. Nabi sees the 21-year-old as a key to shoring up the left side of defense ahead of the new campaign. Eden McCarthy seemed to have attracted a competition with the stellar performance he made at Netherlands. So the Dutch seem to be interested to Eden McCarthy, but then Unabi is insisting Uguti he likes Eden McCarthy and he wish to keep him to bolster his left CB. Uguti, he might be the starter, because when you look at the preseason, Eden McCarthy has got more games than other players in the defense. I see, and even we towards the cup, Unabi started the player, even the performance that he did. Eden McCarthy, as I always told you guys, I never doubted the player. I was always the one who's saying, Guti, we need to give opportunities to most of our TDC young players, because they always, whenever they come into the squad, they always outperform our new signings. That should be a thing that we should be worried about, Guti. How are our new signings unable to what am I saying? How are our young TDC players are able to outperform our new signings? That is not good for us. But then these are going to be good news for Kaizer Chiefs and the fans and the people who love Eden McCarthy Uguti, for him to continue to be our left centre back. But then he has a competition from Russian Dudley. But then the good news is we have many games this season that we are going to play, because Gukwanangisho ICAF Confederation Cup that we have to play this season. These news are going to be good for us, and I do agree with the Kaizer Chiefs to renew a contract Eden McCarthy. So guys, I think this is where I have to conclude this video. Thank you for always watching the channel. You know what you have to do, guys. Just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and thank you guys for always watching the show. And don't forget, always put God to everything you do. Dango.